I'm making a comic and you are coming with me. My name is Sasha. I'm working on a comic called SpiDy Dynamics, or SpiDy for short. I started working on it 6 months ago. I did not work on this for 6 months.
I had a big break, like pretty much all summer and even a bit before, a bit after, whatever. Because I don't know, I was kind of feeling burned out about art, and I didn't know where I was going with this, and I didn't feel like drawing, and like all the very tortured artist regular stuff. And also, I injured my arm, so that wasn't helping at all.
Anyway, so now I am back. I am to make a comic, and I thought, well, maybe I could make sort of like, the devlogs the people do when they make video games. I'm not making a video games, but I could make a comic log, I guess. I thought this could be a good idea to stay motivated and also like document my journey, and also maybe, make people interested in my comic. My goal is to start publishing during the Webtoon International Contest, which usually starts in March, like mid-March. As I am recording, we are November 3rd, so that means I have about 4 months 4 months to make it. My ultimate goal would be to make actual physical version. I have a lot of ideas to make, like, I don't know, special edition with side books for some elements of the verse. We are not there yet. There isn't even like one single page existing in this world. I will do like a dedicated video with like a proper introduction of the characters and the plot. I don't know, the inspiration, but let me still give you a very brief synopsis of the comic.
They come in a detective from the criminal animal unit is tasked with the investigation of a series of deaths, seemingly uncorrelated and accidental across Scotland. The only thing connecting them are the testimonies of people having been in contact with the bodies who all reported disturbing visions shortly afterwards. It eventually is led to a particular church in small coastal town, which is run by Father Richard Vesper, an as-peculiar place with as-peculiar beliefs. Battling with his own haunting, he tries to uncover its mysteries while mental illness seems to lie between reality and the rest.
So it's basically gonna start as your typical murder investigation and then quickly evolves into small town where something is wrong, mystery, false, psychological, religious horror, and maybe eventually some supernatural, cosmic, eldritch undertones. Anyway, it's gonna be great. So where I am right now, I have the outline of the comic. I divided them into 4 acts. It's starting to be pretty detailed. I do have already some full scenes and dialogue written. I have the themes, I have character development for each of them. I do have my 8 main characters. I didn't do like the side cast. I mean, technically in the 8 characters there is side cast. I have 2 main characters, which are obviously my main character and my main antagonist, which you guys seem to really like, and you should. I started some reference sheets, but I'm glad I didn't like make them all 6 months ago because, obviously with time passing, my skills evolving, and also like I'm not just reflecting and working on the story more, I kind of changed some designs. I'm not even sure I'm gonna do like proper ref sheets because I am working on 3D modeling my characters, which I am learning specifically for this. Yeah, I am very dedicated. I also have, all their backstory, their relations to each other. Not everything is gonna be in the comic.
But I think it's nice as a writer to know a lot about your characters in order to make them
Cohesive, coherent.
to make them make sense.
I have the organization of the church planned out. I need to write about like the rituals and whatever because this church is a cult. I'm not gonna debate differences between religion and cult because I don't want to be canceled on my first video. But it is a cult presenting as a church. I also modeled like most of the environment for the background because look, I don't hate working on backgrounds, but when you have to be coherent throughout like what are gonna be dozens, probably even hundreds of pages, I don't want to be crying on my tablet. So I modeled the church, the criminal animalist agency, Corbin's house, which is a bit dumb actually because he won't be there for like most of the time. I don't know. I just wanted to model his house. The site I'm using is Home by Me, and it is really good, really easy because I suck at 3D. Even SketchUp is so hard for me. I don't like it. But this is like kind of The Sims, but you don't have like the money issues, and also they have like a big catalog with a lot of cute things. You can even like custom most of them. Even making the spaces honestly is very easy. There's a lot of things. Yeah, really good if you want to model your environment and you, like me, are not very skilled at 3D modeling. Speaking of 3D modeling, like I said, I am trying to learn Blender. I have been trying to learn Blender like a lot of people for, I don't know, the past 3 years, whatever. Every time I open it, I delete the cube, make another cube, stare at the screen, cry, and close my computer and do something else. So this time I decided again to log in. And I watched this wonderful tutorial. Like literally it was so clear. I'm gagged. Like really thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's the video. Check it out. Honestly, if you want to start, the guy even explains to you how to install Blender. So it's really like beginner friendly. You can see on the screen um, my first attempt, which I was really proud of. And the same night, I tried again to make another version. I did get a bit worked up about it, and now it's like maybe a bit too much. But basically, I want to have like a base structure for each of my characters so I can post them. So I also have to learn how to rig them. But I think this is gonna be helpful in the long run because, you know, like I can skip the sketch phase and just like take a screen of my 3D modeled environment and my 3D model characters and then just draw directly on top of it, and it's gonna save me from burnout, hopefully. What I am doing right now, I am organizing everything in one place. As you can see, I made a Notion, which I actually started understanding this year too. Like in September, I was like, again, logging in. And so I did, and I finally understood like kind of how stuff worked and how to make it easier for me to have everything in one place. So I made the same with Spiral Dynamics. I had stuff on Google Drive, I had stuff on Google Docs, I had stuff on Canva, I had stuff on my computer, on notebooks, in my notes app, everywhere. Oh, also, forgot to mention, I did start to make some props, like flyers, for the church, autopsy reports, like graphic design stuff, because I mean, it is initially my job. I'm continuing to work on the writing. I'm not too bad, honestly, so far. I think I'm pretty much done with Act 1, and the rest is pretty much written too, I guess. I just need to go like more in depth with like, you know, the little details so I can do foreshadowing and stuff. I also started doing, you know, like style test, color palette, logo test. I don't like any of them. I'm gonna find eventually something I do like. Also, in the meantime, I post daily animatics about my characters. So if you're already curious and want to start learning about them, see what they are up to, you can check my socials. Everywhere it's Sawak, but it's like forced instead of A's. So everything was going well, and I was really, like I said, locking in. The thing is, I got distracted by a side quest. I got pet rats. I love my pet rats. It is like probably the best decision I've ever made after getting surgery, I guess. But these are the best. When I came to them, they were very smart, very affectionate. They're very funny to get and they all have their personalities. And yeah, they're very cute. It's not even been a week since I have them, but I will leave downside that they only live up to 3 years. The only for now downside is that they only live up to 3 years. Maybe I have the first immortal rats ever. Anyway, so what is next? I want to finish modeling the characters, so like I said, at least the 4 main ones, so Corbin, Lucien, and yes, it is pronounced Lucien. I don't know how you said it until now, but I mean, I don't really care, you can pronounce it like Lucian, Lucian. The other name, I pronounce them like in an English way, but I don't know, Lucien is Lucien. So Corbin, Lucien, Evangeline, and Dimitri. I'm also gonna try to learn how to rig them so I can post them. I need to design the town where it happens, though. So the town where the church is. I mean, it's not technically in the town, but it's like a fisherman village, and it's down the cliff where the church is. So it's Erichdin. I just mix like those two words together, and it gives something like that. I also want to focus more in the atmosphere in the writing, because so far I was really like focused, you know, on the plot and the background of the characters, but I want it to be quite immersive, and so I want to focus on, you know, like those little things that make you a bit disturbed or uncomfortable and you don't really know why, because it's not in your face, but it's just like kind of there. And that's why I want to focus on the town next, because that's um, like the town is kind of a character of their own, of its own, and I want to play with that. Also focus more on the horror stuff going on, because it is a horror story in a way. I guess it's more like thriller, psychological, but I want to be a bit heavy on the horror. It's my favorite part, so I'm gonna
I can't really tell you what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do things.
Anyway, and just overall, you know, like continue developing and refining the pre-production phase, start actually drawing the pages, and then do, you know, all the related visuals. So I need to actually figure out a graphic chart, a logo, whatever, all while maintaining the daily posting because it did wonders for my Instagram account. And also, I don't know, I think it's fun and it brings people in, and it's really satisfying to see that people are really interested already in my characters, even though I didn't even like talk about the plot. They're just here for them, and I'm really happy. I'm happy you like the character so far. I hope you will like the story. I hope also this format is interesting to you. I don't know. I'm a yapper, so I don't know if it's gonna be too long. I will see while I edit this video. Yeah, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this, and hopefully you will join me in this journey. I mean, you don't really have a choice because I grabbed you at the beginning. This outro is way too long. I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I don't know how to end this video, so bye.